Yo, what is up, guys? James Carter TV, and it's time for my NFL Week 7 picks. Last week, I went 10-5. That's where I want to be. That is that 66.6667% that I love so much. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, really, that's what we strive for. That is our goal. We want to hit that goal. Last year, we finished with 63.8. Right now we're at 64.1. Let's get that up to 65 this week by getting a lot of these right. It's going to be tough, but I know we can do it. And again, if you're in a hurry, go down in the description box. All the scores and my predictions for all the games are down there for quick, easy access. Let's get a debate going on the comments, because I know a lot of you are not going to be happy with me after some of these picks. And we're going to start off with the first one, the Thursday night game, tomorrow's game, Seattle Seahawks at Arizona Cardinals. Now, the Seahawks beat the Tennessee Titans last week, my Tennessee Titans last week, but it really wasn't impressive. Now, I'm going to attribute a lot of that to the Tennessee Titans defense, though, because they do have a good defense. However, I would argue that the Cardinals defense is pretty close to the Tennessee Titans defense. I mean, they allowed about 32 points to the 49ers last week, but I can attribute that to some of that to Mr. Carson Palmer's struggles a little bit. I think, though, in this game, Carson Palmer is going to come out guns blazing, firing. I think they're going to rely on their running a little bit more this game, Rashard Mendenhall, and I think the Cardinals are going to sneak one out if Calais Campbell plays. So, there you go. That's my pick. If Calais Campbell plays this game, that is the Cardinals. If he does not play this game, I'm switching back to the Seahawks. So just know, either whichever one, however healthy he is, that will determine my pick for this game. Alright, next game. Let's start off with Sunday, 1 o'clock games. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Falcons are coming off a bye week, and they also expect to have Steven Jackson back. Now, he hasn't been practicing yet, which is kind of worrying. Maybe he won't play after all. But despite all that, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, they're not going to lose again in the Georgia Dome. I mean, it was bad enough they lost to the New York Jets in the Georgia Dome 2 weeks ago. They're not going to lose again. They had a bye week to fix the problems in their offense. Well, not really their offense, their defense. They had a bye week to fix those problems on that defense. I think they will. I think the Falcons beat the winless Buccaneers. All right, next game. We have the Chicago Bears at the Washington Redskins. Now, let me just say something that's ridiculous on Vegas odds. If you are 18 years or older, if you, like me, you think that the Chicago Bears are going to win this game, you need to bet on the Bears against the spread, because the Redskins are favored to win this game. Why? I have no idea. The Bears, who are 4-2, are facing a 1-4 Redskins team, albeit in Washington, still a 1-4 Redskins team, which hasn't been very good at all. You have to go with the Bears. I mean, RG3, he did throw an interception last week, did have a fumble. Bears know how to take advantage of turnovers. I mean, it's a pretty simple pick to me. Pick the Bears, no question about it. Alright, next game, you have the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I'm getting pretty hot with the Cowboys. I'm starting to be able to predict when they take a nap and just stink a week, and when they play good. And I'm telling you, they're going to be caught napping this week in Philly. I think that without DeMarco Murray, alright, as soon as DeMarco Murray left that game Sunday night, I don't know what happened to that offense, but they stopped running the football. They relied on Tony Romo too much to me, and I could see him making a turnover or two on the road in Philly that will cost the Cowboys this game. I'm going with the Eagles, and also DeMarcus Ware, who will not be there to put pressure on Nick Foles. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game. And after this game, lead the NFC East. I still think the Cowboys are going to win the NFC East, but for now, the Eagles will be on top. Alright, next game, we have the New England Patriots at the New York Jets. Now, 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, no, 4, how much was it? 4 weeks ago, the New England Patriots almost lost to these New York Jets. These very New York Jets, the Patriots almost lost to. Now, that really worries me. I mean, that really worries me a lot. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is, the Patriots found a way to get the victory. Now, Jarron Mayo is going to be out for this season. Vince Wilfork is nowhere to be seen. Aqib Khalid will be playing. I mean, these are big parts of the New England Patriots defense. And I'm really starting to convince myself of this one. I need Gronkowski to play. I mean, Danny Amendola is not going to play. Kenbrell Tompkins, I don't know what's going to go on with him. So, it relies on Rob Gronkowski. So, this is another injury-based pick for me this week. If Rob Gronkowski plays, I am picking the New England Patriots. If he does not play, I'm picking the New York Jets to beat the New England Patriots. It just relies on that very important injury. Alright, next game. We have the Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. Now, the Bills, they have some sort of quarterback Ferris wheel going on. I believe Thaddeus Lewis will be good to go. They won't have to start Matt Flynn. I mean, how many quarterbacks have these guys had this season already? So, with all that said, I mean, I gotta go with the Miami Dolphins. They just came off a bye week. I mean, Dolphin fans hate me for some reason. Why? I don't know. But don't worry, I'm gonna pick your team to win this one at home against the Buffalo Bills. One very good. A year from now, I think they're gonna be pretty good. A year from now, for now, they're not very good. They're gonna challenge a couple of teams, not win all these games, and I gotta go with the Dolphins at home. Next game, we got the San Diego Chargers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, this is the pick that I'm really worried about. And why am I saying that? Well, the Jaguars showed some sort of offense last week, in the past 2 weeks, because Justin Blackmon is out there, catching all kinds of yards. I mean, he is their leading receiver by far the past 2 weeks. Every single yard in their passing game goes to him, especially now that Cecil Shorts is going to be out for this game most likely. So, that worries me, but I gotta stick safe. I gotta go to San Diego Chargers. You know, I can't go out on a limb and say the Jaguars are gonna win their first game. I mean, I can't say that. But I will say that the Chargers win this one, keep up this little winning streak they get on, maybe get a little hot, maybe sneak into the playoffs. You never know in the AFC. We'll see what goes down. Next game, we have the St. Louis Rams at the Carolina Panthers. I gotta go Panthers. You know, I love picking the Panthers. You know, you realize I picked the Panthers to win 5 out of their 6 games? That's a little ridiculous considering the fact that they're 2-3. But I think they're gonna be 3-3 after this one. I mean, I think they finally figured it out. They finally got it going. Cam Newton, 4 total touchdowns himself last week. I think we see more of that and some against the St. Louis Rams defense, which really hasn't been impressive at all. Where have these guys gone? I mean, you had James Laurinaitis last year doing well, Janoris Jenkins doing well, Corlin Finnegan doing well. These guys, I don't know where they've gone, but we need to find them quick, or the Rams are not going to make the playoffs this season for I don't know how many consecutive seasons. Alright, so now we have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Detroit Lions. Now, Lions got it done. I didn't think they were going to get it done last week in Cleveland. Now, I think they will get it done in Ford Field in Detroit against the Cincinnati Bengals, who I am not high on at all. Alright, they almost lost to the Bills last week. They already lost to the Browns this year. They beat the Patriots, sure, but that was in inclement weather. I had no faith in Andy Dalton to put up the points necessary to win this game in Detroit. So with all that said, I gotta go with Detroit to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, this is the game for me. This is gonna make or break me. The San Francisco 49ers at my Tennessee Titans. Now, this year alone, I am 5-1 when picking the Tennessee Titans. So for the most part, I know what I'm talking about. Okay? Alright. I'm picking the Tennessee Titans to win this game. I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick, yes, he has stunk for the past 2 weeks. He has been the reason the Titans have lost both games. Okay, if Jake Locker was in there, who hopefully you people have realized is a good quarterback, if Jake Locker was in both of those games, the Titans are 5-1 and on top of the AFC South. But he wasn't. So now you have the 49ers who struggled a little bit at home against the Arizona Cardinals going to Tennessee. That is about a 2, maybe 3 hour flight to Tennessee, playing a team that is very good on defense, held the Seahawks to 20 points, held the Chiefs to 1 offensive touchdown, held the Steelers to 1 offensive touchdown, held the Texans, well, they didn't really hold the Texans anyway, 3 I feel a Titans upset this week as they go into that bye week, the last week of Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's what I feel. So maybe I got some voodoo magic going on. Held the Chargers to 2 touchdowns. They have a very good defense. I think Chris Johnson breaks out a long one, and I think the Titans win this game. There it is. All right, next game we have the Houston Texans, who I'm never picking again, at the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, what did I just say? I'm never picking the Texans again. These people disappointed me again, and I don't care because I hate them. So, I'm picking the Chiefs. There you go. Next game. Baltimore Ravens at Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, for me, this is the toughest game this week. Toughest game this week by far. Now, we already know these teams face each other twice this season. That's something we already know. We also know that the Steelers haven't been too impressive this year. Now, they did win at New York last week, at New York Jets. The Ravens gave the Packers a pretty good fight. It was in Baltimore, but I don't see the Steelers putting up enough points to beat the Baltimore Ravens. I gotta go with the Baltimore Ravens, and this is gonna hurt me. Because honestly, the Ravens, Steelers, they always split. They split for I don't know how many years. Is this gonna be the year they finally do not split? I believe so. I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens to win in Pittsburgh. Alright, next game, we have the Cleveland Browns at the Green Bay Packers. Now, why this game's a late game, I really don't understand, but it is. I gotta go with the Packers. This is the most obvious pick in the world. I trusted the Browns last week. Never will I ever do that again. Aaron Rodgers. Boom. That's all I have to say. Sunday Night Football. And this is the most overblown game I've ever witnessed in my entire life. Now, it's the Denver Broncos at the Indianapolis Colts. Now, here's the thing about this game to me. I hear a tribute for Peyton Manning. I hear this about Peyton Manning. I hear this about Peyton Manning. Don't be surprised during this game if you hear a lot of cheers for Broncos touchdowns. If you hear a lot of opposition for the Indianapolis Colts. Because it sounds like to me that a lot of these people in Indianapolis are still Peyton Manning fans and thusly are Denver Broncos fans. So this is a neutral zone to me because these people love Peyton Manning. Still, Peyton Manning did nothing wrong when he left the Colts because he did it. He was released. So I gotta go the Broncos. The Colts don't have a home field advantage in this game. Most of the fans are going to be wearing Peyton Manning jerseys still. They probably bought Broncos Peyton Manning jerseys. They probably converted to Broncos fanhood. I gotta go the Broncos. Colts stunk last week, as I told you people they would. They stunk even worse than I thought it would be. I thought they'd get 3 touchdowns. They got 0. How ridiculous is that? I gotta go with the Broncos. This offense is too prolific. 35 points each and every week. They're gonna put that up on the Colts again this week. And can they do that? No, they cannot. I'm going with the Denver Broncos. Alright, and then finally, we have the worst game of the week. And that is the Minnesota Vikings at the New York Giants. Now, news came out today that Josh Freeman will be starting for the Minnesota Vikings. Does that help or hurt them? Now, here's the thing. I didn't make a Josh... Damn it, I hit my hand. I didn't make a Josh Freeman trade video. But here's my thing on the Josh Freeman trade. You can't just plug in a quarterback. You can't do it. You can't pick one off the street and say, yo, start for my team. You can't do it. Alright? He has to build trust with his receivers. Trust with his offensive line, some sort of chemistry with his team that he hasn't been able to build in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's not enough time for him to build that trust, build that chemistry. I can't see them putting up points against the Giants, who will get things clicking, because this Vikings defense, if they have taught you anything this season, they are bad. if they have taught you anything this season, they are not good. And if there's one thing I still rely on Eli Manning to do correctly, that is throw the ball up to Victor Cruz. That is the one thing I still can rely Eli Manning is going to do, and that will be enough to win this game in New York, and that's it. Those are my NFL Week 7 predictions and picks. What are yours? I mean, I kind of want to hear from you. Not really. I mean, I can live without it, but I mean, if you want to, go ahead. I mean, we can get a debate going. I know a lot of you people hate me, and I can't wait to start talking. So let's talk trash. James Carter TV. I'm out. Peace.